Guys, here for CCG doing a deck profile of Chris Mattiske, second place YCS Sydney. Alright, you were playing
PePe. Yep, it's definitely PePe because it's just the best. Like, it's just too good. Like, Cosmo's a good deck, but it gets destroyed by this. It's just too much. Like, you push through like a little bit. People think they set their floodgates or whatever, but this deck can float and they get they out it. As soon as they out it, you just win because you can do whatever you want.
Yep.
So that's why this deck's so good. So there's obviously 3 Joker and 3
Joker.
Because you want to see these, so you always have a scale. They're all 1-card scales, extra monster on field, dark, so good. And the sorcerers, because they extend your plays or they remove your scales so they can't get Wavering Eyes and give you more options and let you get draws like a Tar Turtle. There's searching everything. This engine's so stupid.
It is.
There's the 2 high scales, which you said. So I only play, lots of people play 3 high scales. But games generally don't go long enough for me to need the, occasionally it comes up, but not enough that I want to have that card as a possible dead card when I got other things around. Because these are shit to summon, obviously.
If you wanted to get a third, which one would you pick?
I'm actually wondering. I would almost get this just because it's good to open this with one of these, so you get the draw straight away and it helps with your decisions. You don't have to commit before you get the extra card. But I know some people play 2 of this because while you have this up, you don't actually just leave it there, and then you get these out and draw cards.
You're not weak to Wavering Eyes.
So it's probably optional.
Okay.
This is also for the
Yep. So that's the Performer Pal engine.
Performer Pals. And
so let's go to the Perform Mages.
This card's
insane. You want to flip them around?
Obviously. Some people take Perform Mages out, but this card makes it worth it. Even the rest is really good as well, but this card it wins you Wavering Eyes wars and it stops you getting games. If this card didn't exist, this deck would actually kill it. You could win against it. Maybe Mermails and Cosmo and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
you
this
wouldn't
card
get
makes such stupid stuff. This is the 1 slow scale to search at this when you need it. And 3 flashback. Stupid card.
Thing is ridiculous.
Why is it not my first hand? And I play all these level 4s because I want to make reactive rank 4s to win the game. So I don't really play traps. I play 1 trap, but I want to be able to have all my engine cards so I can make the best play based on what they've got. Out their field, make my own reactive rank 4s to stop their turn. And because if they're playing down cards like Counter like Max C and Ghost Lake or whatever, they can't push through things like Infinity, Giant Hand, Nightmare, etc. So that's why I play so many level 4s. This helps make Nat Beast, helps out Nat Beast. Other stuff like that, Infinity as well. That's the Perform Mages.
Okay.
And actually, I want to talk about something. In my game against Cosmo in top 32, I had this with 3 counters, 3300. It was so funny.
So you actually managed to get it to 3300 attack.
Because I had this engraved from overlaying earlier, and I summoned this attack to the Good Witch to get this. This was on the field, so I can just this, and this was out because he had Scythe out, so I had to summon from hand. And this got counter off of this, then counter off of this using this effect, and then next turn counter effect again. That's totally funny. This just seems funny, that's a full Mages.
I've actually never seen someone get off, let alone in top cut.
Yeah, sorry. They want to do it now? Yeah, cool, good. So this is the Drag Slayer engine. I play 3 because I play Rabbit.
Yep.
I never drew it though. I always it's one of my side outs, one of this and one of this. And so it would have been funny, but you make Nightmare and stuff. And then this gives a searchable thing just to...
And you get 2 cards to side out.
Overlay, yeah, exactly.
Alright.
And there's the Palomar and the Mask Chameleon. So Palomar for Nat Beast, everyone knows how that works.
Yep.
Mask Chameleon because I want to be able to search Mist. I don't want to have to hard draw face off or Luster just to make Mist. Because this is how you do everything. It's like Cosmo and all of the decks, even Benjamin decks.
Yep.
Spells.
Spells.
This is my 41st card, the 1 Foolish. Because I've got a Trick Clown in there and a Damage Jugger for either side scale, whichever one you need. It's not really a card. And then Instant Fusion. I was playing 3, but I took the 3rd out for this because it pretty much does the same thing. If you have a Nat Beast and use this, you get Pleiades, and it's almost unstoppable. It's the same thing, but you'd rather have 1 of each rather than 2 of this, stuff like that. I only play 1 node in the extra because I have no room.
Okay.
And then the rest of the spells, is
3 Wavering Eyes, pretty simple.
3 Wavering Eyes and 3 Joker face off.
Yep, not a problem. Alright.
That's my main deck.
Extra deck.
Yep, so these are the generic rank 4s.
Yep.
I'll explain that in a sec. These are not standard. This you pop unknown back row before you go off, so that you don't get Wavering Eyes and things like that. This gets you game, obviously. This searches Mask Chameleon, Palomaro. This outs everything, and this is the nuts. This card's so good. This card's got Joker and Vector, both darks. Because I play Rescue Rabbit Vector, even though I never saw that. Face off as well. You just get 2 darks out, and this thing so good. It's not once per turn. That's why it's so good. This guy is also really, really good. I feel bad for people that don't have access to one of these. This is even
Everybody,
mine.
if you want to play this deck, you need to get Giant Hand.
Pretty much, not really, but it does help a lot because it's the best out to Infinity. It forces them to prematurely battle phase mode. If you have this out with material, they probably can't kill you.
Yep.
It's like stopping the Joker. If people who are relying on the Joker for the pendulum scale, it kills them.
Yep.
Then here's the Infinity, obviously.
Yep.
Everyone knows how this works. This
Infinity.
thing's so ridiculous.
Yep.
But normally, if you're protecting that basically, you actually want to protect it with Pleiades rather than Infinity, because Pleiades like stops them making a rank 4. You actually have to bounce the normal summon though, because if they're playing Rafflesia or Ken Gorgon, they can stop this. Yeah. So you have to actually bounce the normal summon rather than when they Hat-Trick or Gigabyte or whatever they're using.
Yep.
So there's the Nat base. So you almost always want to make it with this. You can go into it without this if you're not giving them like many draws off Maxi, or I don't know, if you feel like it's your only way to win. But normally you only try and go into it when you have access to this as well. And then these two. I know some people playing one, but I can't justify that. It's if you have one, especially if your opponent like plays as if you only have one, then they can probably win games they shouldn't be able to win.
Yep.
Like, having this, the threat of this is what wins you so many games, because they just have to stop this coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, and then only one note, which is signed by Yahweh now. This is, like I said, the reason I dropped 2 Institution, because I needed room for all of these. Like, there's things missing from here. Like, Abyss Dweller's not in my main extra deck, it's in my side, and there's no Ragnar Zero, there's only one Mirror Conductor, whatever.
Okay, what about the other Draker Slayer extra deck monsters? The
The
Fusion and Xyz?
Fusion, yeah. Okay, so the Xyz it's like okay, but it doesn't extend your plays. Like, you can go into it like in a pinch maybe if you can for some reason only get some pendulum food near like a scale or something. That almost never comes up though.
Yep.
Like, and it's just not, it's weak. Yeah, I don't want to waste my level 4s making things like that. Like, I want to either win or stop my opponent winning.
Yep.
Like, this is, like, everything here is reactive except for the things that remove, the premium removal.
Yep.
So yeah, this is so tight, like really refined.
Yep.
This is probably my thing I'm happiest with. I know there's no Rafflesia in here as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, Rafflesia itself is really good. I don't like having to run the traps that go with it though.
Okay.
I'd try it out, like, for sure, but I mean, I don't even own a Rafflesia, so yeah. And I had to obtain Pedal Sauces. And then this is my side
deck.
Yeah, so this card, like, most people don't play outs to it other than Wavering Eyes, and that only works if you have a scale up. So what you can normally do is remove your scale with like Sorcerer or something like that, or maybe you have damage like or Wavering Eyes yourself. Something to protect from the Wavering Eyes, and then this is pretty much unoutable by most people's decks. I know there's side blockers around sometimes, but yeah, this is very game winning.
Anyone ever go Part Naga Skullcrabat on you?
No one played Part Naga. I did not see a single Part Naga for like ever.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, I guess Part Naga would be better for that reason, but I like Bit by Turtle as a low scale reptile.
Okay.
Because that also outs this, and it outs Natural Beast.
Yep.
And like stuff like that. So yeah, I would prefer Bit by Turtle if I was playing a low scale reptile.
Alright.
In hindsight, I probably only side 2 because I never really had room to side in 3.
Okay.
I only sided it in against. I didn't side it in against PePe much at all, unless I knew they were playing Vanities something.
Yep.
But other than that, I didn't side in against PePe. It was mainly for like, it was good against Cosmo and like just random like Floodgate decks like Stellar Knight and stuff like that. I don't know, but I played mostly PePe, so whatever. And then the Iron Walls for Cosmo as well.
Yep.
So that's all. And then Twin Twisters. Yes, I don't main them.
You don't main any?
Same with
Three in
Max
the
C,
side.
right? So there's Twin Twisters and Max C. So this card, some of these cards people main,
Yep.
which is like, they're not engine though. If you open these cards, you can't play your deck. You kind of. I know my top 16 game mirror match, like this card, he was so awkward for him because like he had this not things to do, and he ran out of resources. All I had to do was make one reactive rank 4 to stop his one play, and these cards are useless.
Yep.
Like, even this is okay, but it's still not a card you want to have when you want to play the game.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just. And it's also really awkward against pendulums and like hat-trick. Most of the stuff in this format, you don't really get like pluses out of this. Like, it's usually neg 1. I don't know.
Alright.
It's good. Our siding going second though, obviously. And this siding for like Floodgates and stuff like that again. There's the bit dweller. Which I can always start at Natural Beast. It's like Cosmo or BA or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, that's that.
Alright.
Here's the Muyan Curry, which my mates keep telling me to put in my deck. It's pretty strong. Like, I think if I'd had it in the finals, I might have been able to win. I reckon it would have changed the game a lot.
Yep, definitely.
But, I don't know. Yeah. They didn't tell me about it early enough. I need the spicy tech.
We weren't able to pick it up in time.
Yeah. Anyway.
Alright. So, if you were to come back again, what would you change in your deck, if anything?
I would definitely like try out Rafflesia a bit more.
Okay.
Well, I'd obtain one first and then do it.
Yep.
I would probably. I might actually take the rabbit out of the main. I don't know. I never saw it, so I don't really know how good it was. But if I take this out of the main, I can main like another card that might be better to like change the game a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
I was really happy with this. Like, it ran so well. Like, the fact that I wasn't playing Twin Twisters, hand traps, things like that in my main deck, it meant that like all my hands are playable. I could do so much in a turn. Like I could push through infinities. I could push through. Almost push through nightmare, like Pleiades and stuff.
Okay.
Like I just felt, and when I made those cards, like people had their hand traps and stuff in their hand, and their twin twisters, they just couldn't really get through it.
Yep.
Efficiently.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm really happy with it. How it ran.
And one last question.
Yep.
What would your hardest matchup have been throughout the day?
Well, definitely the mirror matches where the people had good decks.
I should say the one specific match.
Wavering Eyes, right?
Yep.
Because Wavering Eyes is so stupid.
Any specific player?
Well, I mean, Yahweh, right? The finals. He had the nuts. I couldn't do anything about that. Barrack Keys as well. I opened terrible. I opened two Lusters, Wavering Eyes, Solemn Strike, and Hat Tricker. And like Luster's the worst thing to open going first, unless you have Flush Fire. But he opened Plush, Luster, Monkey Board, Joker, Wavering Eyes, and something else. So it's really luck based, you know. Like you win the dice roll, you get a good hand going first, you win. Like you don't get a good hand, your opponent gets more Wavering Eyes than you. They sometimes win. Like you can play the Wavering Eyes game a little bit. Like I actually did win a game where I got Wavering Eyes for 4.
Yep.
But because I did it so that like I had to bait it out, so I had to drop the scale. I had to make King of Villains get Wizard draw to bait it out because the one card I had was Monkey Board, which I'd had from last turn. I needed to draw level 4 to make it rank 4.
All right.
That worked out well.
Okay.
I won that game even though I got Wavering Eyes 4. So
Not
you
a
can
problem.
play around it.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your
No
time then,
worries.
and congratulations.
Cheers.
No worries.
Thank you.